In 2014, the Cane Corso was the 47th most popular dog breed in America. Today it's number 11. Registrations have climbed 414% in a decade, one of the steepest rises the American Kennel Club has ever recorded for a guardian breed. That is 110 pounds of Italian Mastiff moving into a lot of houses, very fast. And most of the people buying one have never been told what the next 10 years actually look like. The Cane Corso is a magnificent dog, but magnificent and right for you are two different things. Start with the name, because it gets mangled constantly. Cane Corso. One is a Corso. Two are Corsi. It comes from southern Italy. Cane is simply Italian for dog. Corso most likely traces back to Latin. A dog of the courtyard. A dog that holds ground. You will hear that the Corso descends directly from the Roman war dog of the legions. It's a good story, and there is real continuity of dog type in that region going back a very long way. But it is tradition, not a proven genetic line. Here is what is documented. By the 1970s, this dog was nearly gone. Mechanized farming ended the work. The Corso had guarded farmsteads, driven cattle and held boar for centuries, and then it simply wasn't needed. A small group of Italian enthusiasts went looking for what was left. They found scattered dogs still working farms in the south, and rebuilt the breed from a narrow base. The Federation Cynologique International granted full recognition in 1996. The American Kennel Club followed in 2010. So this is an ancient type, and a very young breed. Hold on to that distinction. We come back to it. Males stand 25 to 27.5 inches at the shoulder. Females, 23.5 to 26. Weight runs proportionate to height. Commonly somewhere around 88 to 110 pounds of dense athletic muscle. Everybody buying a Corso knows it will be big. That is usually the point. What catches people out is the athleticism. This is not a slow Mastiff. The Corso is built lighter and quicker than a Neapolitan or an English Mastiff, and it moves like it. It needs roughly 45 to 60 minutes of real daily exercise. Not a stroll round the block, and it needs a job. A Corso with nothing to think about will invent something. You will not enjoy the invention. Now here is something you genuinely will not hear on most breed videos. And it is peer-reviewed. In 2017, a research group at Zutaba in the Czech Republic published a study in the Open Veterinary Journal. They gathered records for 230 to deceased Cane Corsi from kennels and owners across 25 countries. It was the first time anyone had established a median lifespan for the breed at all. That median came out at 9.9 years. Then they broke the data down by coat color, and found something that had never been documented in any mammal. Black brindle dogs had the longest median lifespan, 10.3 years. Brindle followed at 10.1, grey brindle, 9.8, fawn. Solid black and grey all came in at around 9 years flat. The shortest lived group was everything else, the unrecognized and off-standard colors, at 8.09. Every brindle variation outlived the breed average. The gap between black brindle and the non-brindle colors was more than 2 years. Now, the honest caveats, because you deserve them. This was only reported survey data, not clinical records. 232 dogs is a real sample, but it is not a large one. The lead author breeds Cane Corsi himself. And a correlation is not a mechanism. Nobody has shown why brindle would matter. It is one study. Read it as a strong signal, not a settled fact. But it is the best longevity data this breed has. And that headline number deserves a moment on its own. 9 years. Whatever color you choose, you are likely signing up for less than a decade. Hip and elbow dysplasia head the list. The breed's health testing protocols exist precisely because of it. Ask any breeder for hip and elbow evaluations on both parents. If they get defensive, walk away. gastric dilatation, volvulus, bloat. The stomach distends and twists, and in a deep-chested dog, it can kill within hours. Every Corso owner should know the warning signs before they need them. Eyelid problems, entropion and ectropion, where the lid rolls inward or droops away from the eye. Common enough in the breed that some dogs need surgical correction. Idiopathic epilepsy, typically first appearing between 1 and 5 years of age. Dilated cardiomyopathy, mange, and one rule that will spare you more grief than anything else here. Protect the growth plates. No forced running, no repetitive jumping, no weight work until the dog is around 18 months old. Damage done in that first year and a half does not heal. It just becomes the arthritis you are managing at 7. Here is the one that ends the dream for a lot of people. And it has nothing to do with the dog. The Cane Corso appears on the restricted breed lists of many homeowners' insurance carriers. Not all of them. Practice varies enormously by carrier and by state. And some insurers now underwrite on an individual dog's history, rather than its breed. But it appears often enough that you cannot assume you are covered. Rentals are the same story. Landlord policies frequently carry breed exclusions, and the Corso is regularly on them. So before the deposit, not after. Call your insurer and ask directly. Get the answer in writing. If you rent, read the actual pet clause. Because the worst version of this is finding out, with a dog you already love and a policy that says no. Remember that 414% demand that steep pulls in breeders meeting a market, not protecting a gene pool. And this breed was rebuilt from a narrow base within living memory. It cannot absorb much careless breeding. Breed authorities are openly critical now, arguing that a growing share of dogs registered as Cane Corsi no longer look or behave like the breed, which makes the breeder matter more here than for almost any breed on that list. Health tests on both parents, in writing. A breeder who asks you more questions than you ask them. And temperament you have met in person, not in a video. The Cane Corso suits someone who has handled a large, strong, opinionated animal before. Someone home enough to socialize a puppy relentlessly through its first year. Someone who owns their home, or has confirmed in writing that they are allowed to keep one. Someone who actually wants a dog with a job. Given all that, the Corso is extraordinary. Deeply bonded. Quietly intelligent. Far more sensitive to its family than the internet's tough guy version of this breed ever suggests.